I would react.
I don't think it's a buyout or a sellout thing, man. That's a thing that people think. I think what happens is you get locked into a cult. And then I think also you get invited to things with important people. And that 100% will shape the way you talk about stuff. If you get invited to a dinner with Bill Gates and some very important people, when their name comes up, you're going to defend them.
Well, Barack Obama talked about how just being in the room with the donor class changes you. Just being in the room with
course.
them. And Chris Hayes wrote a book called The Twilight of the Elite about how that happens. And then he became the thing he wrote about. It's unbelievable.
The publication reported that DreamWorks Animation CEO, the Walt Disney Studios chairman, and the Academy-nominated actor all ate with the president at his hotel. The dinner reportedly took place after a $10,000 per person fundraiser at the home of Leah and Sam Fisher. Earlier in the day, Obama attended a bigger event where longtime supporter musician John Legend performed. The White House did not disclose the meal to the press, traveling with the president on his 6-day trip to California. Let's skip the mumbo jumbo. Last June, Obama pulled off a similar move, dining with Katzenberg and Steven Spielberg without disclosing it to the media. Katzenberg is one of Obama's biggest financial supporters. During the 2012 election, he gave $2 million to the pro-Obama super PAC Priorities USA Action. Smith, who recently starred in the film Concussion, hosted a fundraiser for Obama in 2012 that netted at least $500,000. Horn also gave to Democrats during Obama's re-election campaign.
The issue is where power resides in America. And it's not white or black or male or female. We are living in a nation increasingly becoming an oligarchy.
That has sickened the Democratic Party. What is the rot you see in the Democratic Party?
That our Democratic Party, unfortunately, is not the party that is of, by, and for the people. It is a party that has been and continues to be influenced by the foreign policy establishment in Washington, represented by Hillary Clinton and others' foreign policy, by the military-industrial complex and other greedy corporate interests.
My good friend Joe, and he is a good friend, he's received contributions from 44 billionaires. Pete, on the other hand, is trailing, Pete. You only got 39 billionaires contributing. So, Pete, we look forward to you. I know you're an energetic guy and a competitive guy to see if you can take on Joe on that issue.
I do not sell access to my time.
So to denounce the same kind of fundraising guidelines that President Obama went by, that Speaker Pelosi goes by, that you yourself went by until
not long ago. The mayor
just
recently had a fundraiser that was held in a wine cave full of crystals and served $900 a bottle wine.
I am literally the only person on this stage who's not a millionaire or a billionaire.
A jury convicted him on federal corruption charges. Democratic Senator Bob Menendez of New Jersey says he will resign. NBC News reports Menendez told allies he plans to step down. A jury found him guilty of 16 federal counts yesterday. He was accused of using his position to enrich businessmen and help the Egyptian and Qatari governments. He received lavish bribes, including cash and gold. He says he'll appeal his conviction. He has spent 3 decades in Congress. New Jersey's Democratic governor will appoint someone to finish his term, which ends in January.
Let's go to the senator right now.
I violated my public oath. I have never been anything but a patriot of my country and for my country. I have never, ever been a foreign agent. And the decision rendered by the jury today would put at risk every member of the United States Senate in terms of what they think a foreign agent would be. My attorney want to say.
Moments ago, a jury in this courthouse convicted Senator Robert Menendez of corruption and national security offenses. This case has always been about shocking levels of corruption. Hundreds of thousands of dollars in bribes in the form of cash, gold bars, or Mercedes-Benz. This wasn't politics as usual, this was politics for profit. And now that a jury has convicted Bob Menendez, his years of selling his office to the highest bidder have finally come to an end.
The corporations, shareholders, and wealthy individuals, the oligarch class, are allowed to pay and buy all of your favorite politicians who make you promises, who do their bidding. And if they have to choose between what is right and what's good for the people, or what puts money into their donors' pockets, which inevitably puts money into their pockets, they will choose their donors over you 100 times out of 100. You will never, never be considered over these individuals.